All right, welcome into the Breakaway podcast. Normally we have a little more mics in the room, but we're lavaliered up, we're suited up today because it's a big day. I'm joined by, we'll start with President and General Manager Todd Dunivant, who and I were almost matching identical today, but that's a good thing. Chairman Jesus Tarango and Wilton, of course, Chief Operating Officer Chris Flanking. Guys, huge day. I mean, I'm so excited to be sitting here with you. We were joking before we get started. We'll have some more jokes, but Chairman, I wanted to start with you. Talk me through how this all started and kind of your overall feelings from today.
Yeah, no, I think this all started from a conversation. You know, some people around our region, I think, having an idea, approaching the right people, being Chris Franklin on our side, and that conversation led to another conversation. And I mean, I think Kevin said it very well that, you know, this really was pretty fast, and here we are today. But again, it came from other people's thoughts, and really, for our tribe side, the interest really came from Chris Franklin, and having that vision, and seeing the opportunities that we could have for the future of our nation, but also Republic FC.
Chris, what was it about Republic FC that interested you, and what were some of your thought processes early on, and then as they developed?
I think for me, the beauty of it was I've watched for years as a fan. And I saw the product, right? I saw the teamwork and just the pride that it gave this region, Sacramento. And I knew instantly, once we had the ability, we obviously had the privilege of Sky River opening up 2 years ago, and it's given us this economic engine, if you will. And to reinvest that money into our region with a winning team already, we just want to take it to that next level. So for me, it's kind of surreal just starting as a fan, just to see where we're headed and actually be a part of this process. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's incredible. And Todd, I know obviously as a club, this is a moment you, Kevin Nagel, have been working on for a very long, long time. How satisfying is finally, not only knowing that this is happening, but that you can finally tell the world and what's been going on behind the scenes.
You said it. I mean, it's a little bit of relief. I mean, we were working on this for so long, and I've been talking to Wilton, to Chairman, to Chris for over a year now, and to finally be able to tell the world about it is, we've been holding this in. We've been kind of bottling this up. We know the potential, the synergies that we have. I mean, you'll see it. I think as everybody gets to know these guys and the tribe, the synergies with Sacramento, with the Republic, with the Indomitable story of the tribe, of the team, of the city. I mean, it doesn't get any better, and it is incredible, and it is going to take our club and our city to new heights.
How many of those conversations were at the Humidor in Sky River?
I don't think we can disclose at this time. Some great conversations there, though.
Yeah, it's a great spot. All right, well, Chairman Tarango, I wanted to ask, what's your soccer skills like? If you were a player, what position would you play? Where your skill level like in the soccer world?
I would say sweeper stopper. I was blessed to be able to play forward for my high school team because
excited.
the skill set in high school level didn't need to be what they were at the comp level. So, but I would say sweeper stopper was my position on my comp team.
All right, Chris, what about you?
So this is embarrassing. I never played soccer before.
Oh.
I was always brainwashed football, basketball, baseball.
Okay.
And so watching as a fan when Sac Republic started here in Sacramento, it piqued my interest. And I think there's a continuous wave of new fans that are just realizing what soccer is. It's obviously a worldwide sport, but it's incredible. And I kind of regret not getting into it in my younger days.
Yeah, I same kind of story as you on that front, and it's cool seeing you as a fan growing. And I mean, that's what I think there's a lot of people who maybe didn't grow up as soccer fans who now have realizing how great the sport is. Todd, I mean, obviously having these guys on board, having Wilton Rancheria on board is so vital. But can you take us back to the process on like where the synergy started? How did these things come together? You don't have to walk us through the whole step, but I just want to know kind of the behind the scenes of how did it start?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of meetings, a lot of conversations, and I think from day one, it just felt like there was something here. And I think everybody could feel that. And I think these guys' relationship straight away with Kevin Nagel was pretty incredible. I mean, you don't get that often. You'll hear that from Chairman, from Chris. There's a lot of business deals they can do. And the same thing with Kevin Nagel. There's a lot of business deals, but life is short, and you do it with people who you trust and who you get along with and who you want to go to battle with. And I think that was what connected so quickly. And from there was a lot of steps, a lot of twists and turns. We had to, we got bruised, we got bumped, but we kept going. And it was those relationships, really that kept everything going. And, these guys were steadfast, and there were moments where, they could have walked, but they didn't. They dug in deeper, and it's why we're sitting here now.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And is it, Chairman, like obviously Kevin Nagel, one of my favorite things about him, he's great. Top-notch mustache. Right? It's pretty good. It's a pretty great mustache. Very jealous of someone who can't grow facial hair. But what was it about? How did you guys' relationship kind of grow and bond together as you guys kind of started to put together the pieces of this deal?
To put it very simply, what you see is what you get. And in our world, we're often in rooms where people are judging us for what we look like, where we come from. That wasn't with Kevin. It was on who you were, and I think for us, we're very authentic, simple people. Simple, just respect me, I'll respect you. We could agree to disagree. There's a very simple man behind Kevin Nagel, and I think that hit off with us right away in a sense that in our world, sometimes we call people day one. And from day one, we knew that I could get in the trenches with this guy. I could trust this guy because, again, I think the thing that people, we're a nation. And so even though we may think this is a great decision, we are making these decisions for the 1,000+ citizens of our tribe. And, Kevin made it very easy for us to get comfortable with him, and we're very like-minded. And I know what we're going to build is something amazing.
Well, I wanted to ask about that too. The first Native American nation to hold majority ownership in men's pro sports. I mean, that's huge. You mentioned it during the press conference today, but that's got to give you guys such pride, right?
Yes. Again, it goes back to your ancestors. And I tell people not to change the tone of this place, but our ancestors' blood is in this grounds that we're on right now. This is holy grounds to us, and so anytime that we could take that, it makes it that much more special. And I think Kevin and the Republic FC understand that, and they've carried that for a decade now here, and so again, when we could line that with us. It just makes it right for us to be able to be in this position and want to do the same things.
Chairman, I was told that, and maybe I'm wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong, but we got a lot of bears here. There's some bears on the logo, on the brand. And I'm told that your tribal name has a reference to a bear into it. How much is that true?
Yes.
It is true. How much was that a part of this, or was it just like one of those coincidences that it just match made in heaven in a way?
Yeah, no, my name is Azumadi. And it means grizzly bear. And so when you think about the things that, the values and those things, the attributes that are in a bear, this team already has that, that indomitable spirit, right behind us. And again, in our world, the bear is a keeper, is a guard, it's a guardian, protector, And again, I think when you talk about this region, it's easy to tie the Republic FC, like our motto, that we're going to protect this ground. We're here to protect, but we're also here to make sure that people are going to be taken care of, right? And I think that's what is also beautiful because it's the future. It's good for us today, but we want to make sure that whatever we build here is sustainable for the future generations. So that bear spirit is definitely alive with the team, and it speaks to us as well.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. I want to ask too, what your guys' you guys have been to some games, obviously. Does now that you're part of the ownership group, does it change how you celebrate, react on game days? Are you more like Todd is very quiet on game days, right? Not on game days, during the game. But are you guys, how do you plan, or how do you think you'll be? Chris, if you want to start as the fan on the group here.
I think what you're going to see from us, we're passionate, right? And so we are all freaking in on this region and this team. And so I was actually, I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but texting Todd over the last game, right? My heart was coming out of my chest. And I was like, how do you handle this? How do you manage this? Like, you thought I was out there. But it's absolutely incredible. And I think that is a major reason why we're making this investment is that fan base. We are sons of Sacramento. We're from this area, time immemorial, as our chairman always speaks to. And just having that fan base that feel it at every level is absolutely incredible. So how we're going to manage in the future, I have no idea, but just know we're bringing that passion, we're bringing that Sacramento spirit.
I guess my question is when we see a couple goals, are we going to see you guys behind it going nuts on some of these home games? I would imagine.
Yeah, excuse me. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's great. I think Nagel does the same thing. He does the same thing. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. All right, Todd, I want to talk about the next steps. The mayor talked about city council vote next Tuesday. But what are the next steps? I know we mentioned that, but what are the next things that you and these guys and Nagel are working to do for the club as we progress forward?
Yeah, we got a lot of work to execute now. I think what's different now is we own the land, right? And I think that is what's different. So really destiny is in our hands. And we've always been handcuffed. We've always, had one arm tied behind our back with various things. Those roadblocks are out of the way now. And, with the investment from Wilton Rancheria, we are taking this club to another level. Mm-hmm. We're going to do big things. So yes, there's some technical steps that need to happen along the way. Tuesday's city council vote is really important. We feel great about that. I think the support that we're seeing, that we felt today at the press conference is huge. And we're going to keep going. And then from there, there's a lot of steps. We've got a design of the stadium. We're going to get these guys sitting down to, weigh in on what they want and how they want this thing to look and feel. And that's going to be exciting and fun. And we look forward to kind of dripping out some renderings and showing the world what we're going to do, because it's going to be huge.
How fired up are you guys for those next steps?
So fired up. This is it's surreal right now, just to be in the position we're in, just to make this impact on our region. It's surreal. And we have some ideas, and it's just every time we talk about it and see it, and we have this with our tribal council and our vice chairwoman, goosebumps just around. It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
How long until you're going to be texting Todd? Hey, I saw a player this last weekend.
No, we're gonna respect that, right? We're gonna respect that, and luckily we have a good experience with our management partners up at Sky River, right? We're not experts in the casino business; they are. We respect it. We'll support them how we can, and that's kind of our approach here. So ever we can be helped to take us to the next level, that's what we'll do.
I think one of the coolest things about this, for a long time, it's been talking about finding the right partner with Nagel and Todd. Now clearly we found it. The coolest part about it is it's people with local ties.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't the case for past potential options. But what does that mean to have people who know this area, love this area, from this area, to really dive in? I mean, they've been here since the beginning of the grounds here. How cool is that as part?
Yeah, and I think that's what our fans are going to come to realize, if they haven't already, of just how special it is to have Sacramento's own, and not just any own. This is their land, and they're coming back. They're reclaiming that, and they're doing huge things for Sacramento. I mean, the purpose of our club is to unite, to bring people together, to come watch our games, put their differences aside, political beliefs, religious, doesn't matter, right? Everyone comes and they cheer on their team for 2 hours, and it is a great thing. And nothing better than having a group that is not going anywhere. I mean, this ownership group is so committed to this land, to this site. I mean, it's awesome. So you can't ask for anything better. We are grateful. I'm incredibly grateful to them for that. And I think everyone's going to see how important that is moving forward.
All right. I know you guys, we were talking about before we got started, this is a question I've had for a week about you guys are heavy into fantasy football. We're heavily into fantasy MLS, where usually we're bantering back and forth. Chris, you said that there may have been some commissioner shenanigans in your guys' league.
Yeah, would you like to speak to that, Chairman?
I'll let you speak to that, and then I'll tell the truth.
So typically when you have the number one draft pick,
yeah,
you do not have the number one waiver wire.
Correct.
Somebody did, and I'll leave it at that. That's all I got to say.
What's the truth? What's the truth?
So the truth behind that is that I passed over my computer skills to my chief of staff. Oh. And so my chief of staff could confirm that there was no misplay with any of the rules and settings. So I would say to my cousin and COO that the same rules this year applied last year. So if you didn't complain about it last year, no need to complain about it this year. But I happen to know why he complained, because he didn't win last year.
Got it. That sounds about right. I always complained to Todd about that he may use his MLS contacts of friends that he's had to get some insider knowledge.
It's all up here. It's all up here.
Insider knowledge. Guy didn't play last week, scored 4 goals against me, knocked me out of the playoffs 2 years ago. Still think about it. I still think about it. for the LA
Pookie.
against the LA Galaxy, who he may or may not have had a lot of contacts with. I'm just saying it's a little fishy.
Their defense was shaky. Pookie was hot.
Four
You got to
goals.
look at these things.
4 goals. I still lost. It wouldn't have mattered, actually. We decided that. It wouldn't
Love the
matter.
competitiveness, though. Love that.
Yeah. I mean, it
That's
seems
why
like
we do it.
Right. That's exactly right.
Only way to do it.
And it seems like, obviously, we talked about last Friday and how competitive you guys are. It seems like that is a thing you guys totally feel as well as we go on this journey, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. That creates a winning culture, and that's what we're about.
I love it. I love it. Last thing I wanted to ask is we can start to wrap up here in a second. But what is your message to Republic fans? What are the things that you want to let them know? People who are diehards about you guys, the future, whatever it may be.
You want to go first? Go ahead, Chairman.
I would just say, trust the process. I think they're definitely loyal to the Republic FC, and rightfully so, being Kevin Nagel's been the owner. And our message today was nothing's going to change. We're not here to change anything. This is a great product already. We're here to offer our gifts that we have in the places that are necessary. But I think if the only thing that I could say is that it's only going to get better. And there's already a great thing here. But again, for us, we don't rent or lease land in this territory. We come from it. And so we definitely understand being stewards of this land and wanting to make a better product, not only for our own people, but for people to come see us as well. And so for that, I hope that the fans will embrace that and let us show you who we are. Let us show you why we're here and why we think this is a beautiful thing.
That's fantastic. Well, I also know that it is your birthday today.
Yes.
So pretty good birthday for you, right? You've had the press conference, you've been in interviews all day. So we do have a cake.
Look at this.
That's incredible.
for you.
Thank you.
We got to eat on camera too.
Yeah, do we eat? I'm also nervous you're going to get it. Yeah, you go ahead and blow it out for us. I was worried about it. I was like, let's not get up. But if you want to blow it out for us, it's a good way to end the
Let's
show.
see. Let me get a good wish.
Yep.
Yeah, make it a good one. Had to do with fantasy football for sure.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. It was it's first off nice to meet you guys. I'm so excited you guys are here. Excited to be a part of this with you. Man, future is bright. Future is bright. So thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you, brother.
That's it.